Where are the 5 best places to live in Southwest Florida? You gotta watch this video because I'm gonna give you the scoop. Southwest Florida has so many great places to live, so we're gonna narrow it down for you and give you a list of the best places in the area. Now, this is looking at the latest data that's available on affordability, desirability, job prospects, and of course, places that have all kinds of fun nearby so you can live the Southwest Florida lifestyle and live joy every day. We have been experiencing a boom in population down here in Southwest Florida, all of Florida actually, but even here in Southwest Florida, thousands of people are moving to our area because of all the awesomeness that it provides. Why are people moving here? Well, so many great reasons. Affordability. Well, it's not as affordable as it used to be, but compared to other areas of the country, in some cases that is still the case. But mostly it is the lifestyle of living and the standard of living that we have here in Southwest Florida. Our communities continue to build, they continue to grow. We've got lots of new neighborhoods coming. They're exploring new ways to provide amenities so that you can enjoy the same Southwest Florida lifestyle that we have come to know and love so much. And it's easy to see why Southwest Florida is attracting so many people from all around the country and sometimes world to come and be snowbirds with us. The weather all year round, I mean, you can't beat it. We've got access to some of the highest quality beaches in the world, and we're still providing a strong economy and a safe place to live. Many of the places that we're gonna talk about today, they offer a strong sense of community. We've got vibrant downtowns and events happening for people who are here living or visiting all year long. So today, we're just talking about Southwest Florida. More specifically, we're talking about the Gulf Coast area from Marco Island up through Punta Gorda. We're not really talking about Tampa, St. Pete, and we're not really talking about Miami. We are just talking about the rest of our little neck of Southwest Florida. We are starting today with Bonita Springs, number 5. Bonita Springs is a small town of about 50,000 residents located right in between Naples and Fort Myers. Awesome central location that can get you to anywhere you want to be in Southwest Florida. The cost of living is a little bit higher in Bonita Springs than say Fort Myers or some of our northern communities such as Punta Gorda or Port Charlotte, but it's a lovely community. When you look at crime statistics from the website, 45% lower than the national average with solid job opportunities and an overall high standard of living. You can live joy in Bonita Springs for sure. We do expect the economy to continue to expand with the continued growth of our area, and nature lovers would love Bonita Springs. It is surrounded by beaches to the west, the Everglades to the east. There's lots of parks and green space. There's a river, the Imperial River runs through Bonita. You can launch kayaks and enjoy all kinds of stuff there. Right from downtown Bonita Springs, which is going through a little revitalization. There's new businesses coming in, new coffee shop, new little cocktail place. We're really excited. A new food truck park is coming. There's a really cool music business venue that's partnering up with a brewery out of Maine. So there's a lot of exciting things to come in Bonita Springs. Coming in at number 4, again, these are in no particular order. We are going to talk about Cape Coral. Cape Coral has got about 200,000 residents, and it's built on a peninsula that's between the Caloosahatchee River and the Gulf of Mexico. It is right across the river from Fort Myers. There's 3 bridges that you can get back and forth from Cape Coral to the Fort Myers area. Cape Coral is famous for its extensive canals with over 400 miles worth of channels, the most in the world. It's a super relaxed community, ideal for retirees. In fact, it was rated the 12th best place to retire in the US recently, but it's also great for families with its expansive suburb lining, the picturesque canals, tons of restaurants, tons to do in Cape Coral. And what's awesome is you're really about just a 20-minute drive to some of our best beaches. So Sanibel and Fort Myers Beach are coming back. They're on their way back. They are open for business. So you're real quick drive there from Cape Coral. There are tons of waterfront restaurants. And if you are a boater, this might be an awesome option for you because a lot of those canals are Gulf access to the Gulf of Mexico, and you have an opportunity to have your boat right in your backyard if that's important to you. Number 3, Fort Myers. Fort Myers has been experiencing steady growth for many, many years, which is linked to its efforts. It's going through revitalization of downtown and its ideal location close to many beaches. Right, the international airport is in Fort Myers. And what's awesome is, you know, we're 2 hours to Tampa, two hours to Miami, 2 hours to Fort Lauderdale. So you can't beat the location. In fact, Fort Myers is the 4th fastest growing city in all of Florida, looking at the past 10 years. Downtown has a ton of history, to it. It's got the feel of a bigger city, but at a more affordable cost, filled with boutiques, gourmet restaurants, bars. They've got a lot of outdoor seating. It is really cute and quaint. Downtown Fort Myers has got a lot of historic homes. You've got things like the Edison Ford Estates. There is so much to do and so much to see all over Fort Myers, but especially that cute little downtown Fort Myers area. Retirees also love Fort Myers. We know this. We recently were ranked number 2 of the best cities to retire in the US in Fort Myers. The location is a key selling point. As I talked about, we've got such great location to all of the other bigger cities within the state of Florida. And of course, it's really close to the beaches. So you're just a short drive to get to our award-winning beaches. In Sanibel Island, which has been rated the 2nd best beach in Florida, is only a 30-minute drive from the Fort Myers area, depending on where you're coming from. Might be a little less, might be a little more. But between the climate, I mean, who can argue with sunshine over 265 days a year? And the centralized location, Fort Myers might be a great option for you to consider for moving to Florida. All right, number 2, let's talk about Naples. Naples is the furthest south over here in the area that we're talking about, you know, unless we add in Marco Island, our little beach community, but it is one of the most distinguished cities across the country. It was ranked number 1 for families by Wallet Hub in Florida based on the education, health, and safety that you can get in Naples, Florida. It is famous for the pristine beaches. In fact, Naples Beach at one time was rated the 4th best beach in all of Florida, and it's got a ton of world-renowned golf courses, golf clubs, golf communities. It's absolutely stunning. There's a beautiful downtown area with a ton of walkable streets with really trendy and upscale boutiques, a lot of fine dining and great restaurant options. And hopefully coming back will be the Naples Pier, which is, you know, something that is part of the rebuild that is happening down there in Naples after the storm last year. You definitely don't want to miss out visiting 5th Avenue South. That's where there is a lot of those shops that we're talking about and a ton of great restaurants. There is literally something for everyone in Naples. There are always festivals and fun things happening. And if you're down in Naples, don't forget to check out Tin City, which is another little gem. All right, you've made it. So the 5th city that we're gonna talk about, our number 1 today, is Estero. Estero is part of Lee County, Florida, and it is on the edge of Florida's Gulf Coast. We are located right in between Fort Myers and Bonita Springs, and we love it. It is about 20 miles of land, and we've got 1 mile of water over on the bay, and it is really close to Fort Myers International Airport, about a 15-minute drive depending on where you're coming from. So Estero and Lee County are considered one of the best places to live in Florida. We've got a nice suburban community here, and the village has a surprising number of things to do for how small it is. The cost of living in Estero is about 12% higher than the national average and about 10% higher than the state of Florida average. So our cost of housing has the most significant impact on the higher cost of living. We have seen a tremendous amount of growth here, just like most of Florida, and our median sales price is currently sitting at about $674,000, which has driven up our overall cost of living here in Estero area. Cost of utilities is actually below the national average by about 10%, and Estero is the home of Hertz Arena, which is the home location for our Florida Everblades ECHL Hockey League. And they host it's a venue for lots of concerts, lots of people coming into town, different kinds of shows. There's a lot happening in and out of Hertz Arena. And we do have Florida Gulf Coast University, which is located just on the other side of the Estero border in Fort Myers. So we also have everything that having a mid-sized university brings as far as athletics and things to do. So it's an awesome place to live. We want to know, what do you want to know about moving to or living in Southwest Florida? We want to be your top choice to help you out if you decide to make a move. So ring that bell, subscribe to our channel. We release videos every week of a variety of topics, And if there's anything specific that you want to know about, please put the comments in the box below. You can always catch us on social media. You can reach us directly by calling 239-776-6872. We want to know how we can help you live joy in Southwest Florida.